Hello, you're watching CVR News English. This is Havila Kottapalli. Welcome to Inside Bulletin. Well, moving to the details, PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti has criticized the National Conference for attempting to legitimize actions that were previously opposed by her party. Speaking out, Mufti pointed to NC's shift in stance on constitutional issues, stating the things which we have used to raise our voices, which are unconstitutional, and now somewhere the people of the National Conference are in race to legitimize those things. Well, she also questioned NC leader Omar Abdullah's position, saying our Chief Minister Omar Abdullah says that I do not want to become Arvind Kejriwal and no one is asking him to be Arvind Kejriwal, but you should stand up for your people. Or have the people voted for you? Omar Abdullah questioned.
जब 2019 में 5 अगस्त को हमारे जो होम मिनिस्टर हैं अमित शाह जी, उन्होंने जो 370 को 35 को इलीगली अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली खत्म करके पार्लियामेंट में जो तकरीर की थी, और उसके बाद जितने भी यहाँ एलजी आए तो उनकी तकरीरें, चाहे 26 जनवरी हो, चाहे कोई फंक्शन हो, चाहे अभी जो हमारे प्रेजेंट एलजी हैं, इनकी तकरीरों को अगर आप देखेंगे तो मुझे लगता है इस गवर्नर एड्रेस में और उन तकरीरों में कोई फर्क नहीं है। पहले डे 1 जिस दिन ये जम्मू कश्मीर के साथ ये मामला किया गया, उसको मैं कांड कहती हूँ, डाका डाला गया, उसी दिन से होम मिनिस्टर साहब ने उस वक्त फ्लोर ऑफ द हाउस स्टेटहुड की बात की, और उसके बाद जितने भी एलजी आए, जितने भी बाहर से जो भी हमारे मिनिस्टर्स आते हैं, कोई आते हैं, तो वो उसी बात को दोहराते हैं कि भाई स्टेटहुड मिलेगा। पर मेरा ये मानना है जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों के जो मामलात हैं, जो मुश्किलात हैं, वो स्टेटहुड तक महदूद नहीं है। और अनफॉर्चुनेटली ऐसा लगता है कि जो बीजेपी का जो एजेंडा है, जो उनकी पॉलिसी है जम्मू कश्मीर को लेके, कहीं ना कहीं ये जो अभी इतनी भारी अक्सरियत से लोगों ने जिस सरकार को चुना है, उसका एक्सटेंशन बन गई है। जो अभी तक हम कहते थे, चिल्लाते थे, ये इलीगल है, अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है, कहीं ना कहीं नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के लोग उन हरकत को जो बीजेपी ने इन सालों की, उनको जायज करार देने की उसमें दौड़ में लगे हुए हैं। मैंने भी सुना जब 2019 में 5 अगस्त को हमारे जो होम मिनिस्टर हैं अमित शाह जी, उन्होंने जो 370 को 35 को इलीगली अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली खत्म करके पार्लियामेंट में जो तकरीर की थी, और उसके बाद जितने भी यहाँ एलजी आए तो उनकी तकरीरें, चाहे 26 जनवरी हो, चाहे कोई फंक्शन हो, चाहे अभी जो हमारे प्रेजेंट एलजी हैं, इनकी तकरीरों को अगर आप देखेंगे तो मुझे लगता है इस गवर्नर एड्रेस में और उन तकरीरों में कोई फर्क नहीं है। पहले डे 1 जिस दिन ये जम्मू कश्मीर के साथ ये मामला किया गया,
State Minister Ishwara Khandre defended the Karnataka Assembly Speaker's proposal to introduce massage chairs for MLAs, stating to improve productivity, and the Speaker proposed that, and what is wrong in it? He criticized the BJP for politicizing the issue, adding that they should be ashamed. Khandre emphasized that the initiative was aimed at enhancing the efficiency of the lawmakers.
So just to improve the productivity, if the Speaker says like this, what is wrong in it? BJP is trying to politicize each and everything. They should be ashamed of what they are saying. It's pressure. So just to improve the productivity, if the Speaker says like this, what is wrong in it? BJP is trying to politicize each and everything. They should be ashamed of what they are saying. It's pressure. So just to improve the productivity, if the Speaker says like this, what is wrong in it? BJP is trying to politicize each and everything. They should be ashamed of what they are saying. It's pressure. So just to improve the productivity, if the Speaker says like this, what is wrong in it? BJP is trying to politicize each and everything. They should be ashamed of what they are saying. It's pressure. So just to improve the productivity, if the Speaker says like this, what is wrong in it? BJP is trying to politicize each and everything. They should be ashamed of what they are saying. It's pressure. So just to improve the productivity, if the Speaker says like this, what is wrong in it? BJP is trying to politicize each and everything. They should be ashamed of what they are saying.
So you see, the FOI has come out and said that
Congress MP Shashi Tharoor expressed deep concern over the growing drug menace in Kerala, calling it an extremely serious issue. He stated that despite raising the matter in Parliament, he has not received a satisfactory response from authorities. Tharoor emphasized the need for a united effort across religions and political parties to combat drug abuse. He asked the state government to collaborate with the centre to trace the sources of drug supplies. He also appealed to students' friends to report drug users instead of shielding them, clarifying that the real targets should be suppliers and sellers. Highlighting the link between drug abuse and high unemployment, he warned that young people are increasingly turning to such distractions.
The drug menace in Kerala is now becoming extremely serious. It's an issue I've raised in Parliament, and I've not had a satisfactory response from the authorities. I think we need to have literally a war on drugs in Kerala now, and that requires four things. First, we need a very serious consciousness-raising effort which unites all the churches, mosques, Hindu leaders, everyone together, temples, everyone should be on the same page, and all the political parties, because this is an issue beyond politics. Everyone should agree that we absolutely must have an education to our young people about the dangers of drugs, number one. Number two, we need the state government to collaborate with the central government to identify the sources of supply and interdict them. The supplies are not originating in Kerala, they're coming from elsewhere. Where are they coming from? How do they get here? How is it that they're distributed? How is it they're so easily available to students in not only colleges but even high schools? That has to be dealt with. Third, we must encourage friends of the students who are into drugs to come forward. They're wrong if they think they're being loyal to their friend by protecting their identity, protecting their wrongdoing. They're actually being disloyal, because loyalty means rescuing the friend from the dangers of drugs. And I urge young people, we should take the line they will never be punished for being drug addicts or taking drugs. But they should be protected, seen as victims and rehabilitated, so that the people we need to punish, and that's my fourth point, are the suppliers, the people who are selling this. Catch them, punish them severely, keep them behind bars, and make sure that until we have completely traced where the supplies are coming from, how it's done, and we've cut this down, until that happens, that we will not let this matter rest. I cannot tell you that the entire future of my state is secure unless the drug menace is eradicated. And unfortunately, with very high unemployment, the temptation for young people to just look for distractions, including drugs, seems to be growing. We're seeing horrific cases, class 9, class 10 children attacking each other, hurting each other, even killing each other. This has to stop. And the only way we can do this is to completely deal with this on a war footing. Ask a question, what do you want? Drugs in there. No, I think that the the temples, everyone should be on the same page.
TMC MP Kirti Azad accused the BJP of misusing the Election Commission of India to manipulate voter lists in West Bengal. He alleged that voters from the state were removed while names from BJP-ruled states like Haryana and Gujarat were added. Azad claimed that BJP intends to repeat such tactics to influence elections in West Bengal, as he alleged they had done in Maharashtra, Haryana and Delhi. He further stated that instance of voter duplication had been acknowledged and demanded that the BJP accept responsibility for its actions.
Election Commission of India, the manipulation that is going on, they've accepted the fact that there is duplicacy in the epic card, and we apprehend that the original voters may be deleted and the voters from outside, which basically belong to the BJP states like Haryana and Gujarat. Most people are being added. there were also earlier questions were asked from the ACI that how come 40 lakh new voters were added and they voted, and the original voters of that particular village or city were not allowed to vote because the name was deleted from the list. We apprehend that they are going to do this again because BJP has no base. In these 11 years, BJP has not been able to do anything or showcase anything that they have done. People are very angry with them. They want a change, but BJP has been manipulating elections as they did in Maharashtra, Haryana and Delhi. They want to try and do that in Bengal, but they will not be able to do anything. They said 200 par could even do 100 par. This time they won't even do 10.
So the election commission's clarification that they issued.
No, they have accepted. They have accepted. They have accepted the fact that there are duplicates. There are two names. But why haven't they accepted their mistake? They should accept their mistake, make an apology, immediately do due diligence and delete these names. You will find them the manipulation is being done on seats with less margin. Look at Delhi elections, you will find the same. So this is what they have been aiming at. बीजेपी के पास कुछ दिखाने के लिए नहीं, कुछ करने के लिए नहीं है, इसलिए बीजेपी इन सभी चीजों को मैनिपुलेट करके इस प्रकार से इलेक्शन कमीशन को अपना कठपुतली बना के the election commission of India has been misused by the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Meanwhile, Krishnan Kumar Rao, ADGP Rohtak Range, provided details on the murder case of Congress worker Himani Narwal, revealing that the accused Sachin, who runs a mobile shop in Jajur, has also been arrested, and Rao stated that the accused and the deceased has met through social media and in contact with Sachin frequently visiting her house, where she lived alone in Vijayanagar, Rohtak. On February 27th, a dispute arose between them and Sachin killed her using a mobile charger cable. Afterward, he stole her jewellery, phone and laptop, which he took to his shop in Jajur. The accused then packed her body in a suitcase and disposed of it near the Sampla bus stand, and Rao confirmed that the police would take the accused into the remand for further investigation, including probing the reasons behind their fight and verifying financial transactions between the two.
पहचान के थे या और दूसरे लोग थे, उनसे जब ये इनके परिवार वालों ने इसको शनाख्त कर लिया कि ये हिमानी नाम की लड़की है जो कि रोहतक विजयनगर में रहती है, तो उसके बाद सभी एसआईटी टीम्स अपने अपने काम पे लगी। इसमें रोहतक पुलिस ने बहुत मेहनत और इतना व्यस्तता चुनाव के होते हुए इतना जल्दी ये केस ट्रेस आउट किया है, जो कि बहुत सराहना की बात है। इसके अंदर जो एक्यूज्ड है वो गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया, जो कि 1.5 साल पहले से इंस्टाग्राम, सोशल मीडिया आना जाना उसका इनके घर पे था। लड़की अकेली विजयनगर में रहती थी और 27 फरवरी को ये लड़का उनके घर पे आया और इनकी आपस में कहा सुनी होगी, और इसने ये जो मोबाइल चार्जर की केबल है उससे गला घोट के और उसको वहीं मार दिया। उसके बाद जो इसके जेवर थे, लैपटॉप था या जो दूसरा सामान कीमती था, उसको ले जाके अपना जो उसकी शॉप थी, दुकान या अपना झज्जर के अंदर वहां छुपाया, और इसी की स्कूटी लेके वो वहां गया और वापस आया। और रात को फिर इसने इसको लड़की को काले बैग में पैक करके, और क्योंकि रजाई वगैरह पे भी खून के धब्बे वगैरह पड़ गए थे, तो उन सबको साथ पैक करके और ये रात को 3 व्हीलर लेके बस में सांपला बस स्टैंड के पास गया, ये दिखाने के लिए कि मुझे कहीं जाना है। तो फिर वहां जब 3 व्हीलर चला गया तो इसने वो बैग वहां पर फेंक दिया ताकि आइडेंटिफाई ना हो डेड बॉडी, और उसके बाद ये वहां से भाग गया। लेकिन पुलिस ने जो इनकी खुफिया रिपोर्ट थी या जो भी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इंटेलिजेंस से और दूसरे साधनों से इसको 36 घंटे के अंदर बहुत मेहनत करके इस लड़के को गिरफ्तार भी कर लिया, और आज पुलिस इसका रिमांड ले रही है और भी जो बातें निकलेंगी उसको आपके साथ साझा कर दिया जाएगा।
मोटिव क्या था, क्यों मर्डर किया गया, क्या बताया आरोपी ने?
देखिए, मोटिव ये था कि उनका आपस में यारी दोस्ती थी, आना जाना था। करीब 6-8 महीने से 1.5 साल से सोशल मीडिया पे थे, और उनकी जो कहानी एक्यूज ने बताई है, जो इंसाफ किया है, उसको हम बार बार वेरीफाई कर रहे हैं। लेकिन इनका झगड़ा हुआ है आपस के अंदर, झगड़ा किस बात पे हुआ वो सब चीजें रिमांड के अंदर आएंगी।
अच्छा, नाम क्या था सर इसका, कहाँ का रहने?
सचिन है, ये झज्जर का रहने वाला है। ये इसकी मोबाइल शॉप है, मोबाइल का काम करता है ये।
27 तारीख को जब घर पहुंचा, एग्जैक्ट उस दिन किस बात को लेकर झगड़ा?
देखिए,
इंसिडेंट क्या रहेगा?
पहले ये घर पे ही रहा, शाम को 5 बजे के आसपास जब इनकी अनबन होगी, लड़ाई वगैरह हुई कोई पैसे के लेन देन पे या किसी बात पे, तो उसके बाद इसने उसका गला घोट के वो जो केबल थी मोबाइल चार्जर की, उससे मार दिया।
ब्लैकमेल करने की बात है।
देखिए, अभी ये चीजें क्योंकि पूरी तरह से वेरीफाई नहीं करी और ना ही हम ये आप लोगों को इस तरह से डिस्क्लोज कर सकते जब तक के कंफर्मेशन नहीं हो जाती। आज एक्यूज्ड का हम रिमांड लेंगे और उसके बाद आप लोगों को बता दिया जाएगा।
शुरुआती पूछताछ में आरोपी क्या बता रहा है कि किस बात पर अनबन हुई, झगड़ा हुआ और नौबत यहां तक पहुंच गई कि गला दबा करके
आपने बोला कि पैसों की लेन देन का, वो क्या है?
BJP leader C.T. Ravi criticized the Congress government during the Karnataka Assembly budget session, alleging that liquor outlets had been opened in every village under its rule and questioning whether this represented Gandhi's Bharat. He accused the Congress of failing to deliver on its promises of development. Ravi challenged the government to showcase any significant progress, claiming that it had only misled people, and he further demanded that the Congress clear pending bills and prioritize allocating funds for real developmental projects instead of making empty claims.
घोषणा किया है, गांधी भारत मतलब कांग्रेस की वजह से हर गांव-गांव में बार ओपन करना, हर घर को मद्य सरबराज करना, वो गांधी भारत होता है क्या? गांधी जी गो हत्या विरोध किया थे, ये इस कांग्रेस पार्टी ने हर गांव में गो हत्या करवाने वालों को प्रोत्साहन करता है, वो गांधी भारत होता है क्या? डेवलपमेंट के बारे में बोला है, कहाँ है डेवलपमेंट? दिखा सकता है क्या? कहाँ है डेवलपमेंट? कहाँ है करप्शन? राज्यपाल के माध्यम से सच बोला नहीं, झूठ बोलने का काम किया है।
और एक सर, अभी स्पीकर ने सब एमएलए को सोफा डालने के लिए प्लान कर रहे हैं, उसके बारे में क्या?
पहले पेंडिंग बिल क्लियर करो, ठेकेदारों को पेंडिंग बिल लगभग 60,000 करोड़ रुपए पेंडिंग बिल है, वो पहले क्लियर करो। और हम लोगों को डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए, जनता के लिए कुछ सुविधा करने के लिए, रास्ता बनाने के लिए पैसा दे दो, बाद में आप घोषणा किया है। गांधी भारत मतलब कांग्रेस की वजह से हर गांव-गांव में बार ओपन करना, हर घर को मद्य सरबराज करना, वो गांधी भारत होता है क्या? गांधी जी गो हत्या विरोध किया थे, ये इस कांग्रेस पार्टी ने हर गांव में गो हत्या करवाने वालों को प्रोत्साहन करता है, वो गांधी भारत होता है क्या? डेवलपमेंट के बारे में बोला है, कहाँ है डेवलपमेंट? दिखा सकता है क्या?
Karnataka Minister Santosh Lal reacted to Congress leader Dr. M. Veerappa Moili's statement regarding Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar, saying that any questions about it should be directed by Moili himself. He also stated that the party always follows the decisions of the High Command and whatever the High Command decides is final. Lal also clarifies that Moili's remarks reflected his personal opinion and not that of the party leadership.
If Moili sir has to told, then he has to ask, you have to ask him, because we always follow the policy of the High Command. So whatever High Command says, that's the final for us. If Moili ji is telling that, then you have to ask him. I cannot answer him.
One time MLA also said that he should become the CM for 7.5 years and he has experienced one. If he says something, it does have some weightage, I believe.
No, I definitely, everybody has got a weightage on this issue. If he has said something, he has to answer, not me, right? It is his opinion. It's not High Command opinion.
But you can stop him right now.
If Moli sir has to told, then he has to ask. You have to ask him because we always follow the policy of the High Command. So whatever High Command says, that's the final for us. If Moli ji is telling that, then you have to ask him. I cannot answer him.
One time MLA also said that he should become the CM for 7.5 years and he has experience. If he says something, it does have some weightage, I believe.
No, I definitely, everybody has got a weightage on this issue. If he has said something, he has to answer, not me, right? It is his opinion. It's not High Command opinion.
But you can stop him right now.
If Moli sir has to told, then he has to ask. You have to ask him because we always follow the policy of the High Command. So whatever High Command says, that's the final for us. If Moli ji is telling that, then you have to ask him. I cannot answer him.
One time MLA also said that he should become the CM for 7.5 years and he has experience. If he says something, it does have some weightage, I believe.
No, I definitely, everybody has got a weightage on this issue. If he has said something, he has to answer, not me, right? It is his opinion. It's not High Command opinion.
But you can stop him right now.
If Moli sir has to told, then he has to ask. You have to ask him because we always follow the policy of the High Command. So whatever High Command says, that's the final for us. If Moli ji is telling that, then you have to ask him.
Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta stated that the budget for Viksit Delhi would be presented from 24 to 26 March, incorporating suggestions from all the sections of the society. She also emphasized that the budget would focus on financial aid for women, expansion of health services, promotion of public transport, pollution reduction, employment, better educational facilities and subsidized nutritious food for the people, welfare of senior citizens and Yamuna cleanliness while continuing welfare schemes. She also mentioned that all officers had been instructed to incorporate public suggestions with an email ID issue for this purpose. Women's organizations and educations from across Delhi have been invited on 5th March to provide their input. While trade unions will be consulted on 6th March, ministers and MLAs will also engage with the public to understand their experiences and also reaffirming the government's commitment. She assured that all promises made to the people of Delhi would be fulfilled, with the Secretariat working on weekends to meet deadlines. To prioritize work, press conference would be reduced in favor of direct public engagement. Additionally, discussions on the CAG health report were also scheduled in the assembly.
इस प्रेस वार्ता में विशेष रूप से दिल्ली का जो बजट है, विकसित दिल्ली का बजट 2025-26, जिसे हम 24 मार्च से 26 मार्च के बीच में प्रस्तुत करने की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, उसके विषय में है। आप सब लोगों को विदित है कि दिल्ली की जनता ने हमारी पार्टी को जिता करके जो मौका दिया, पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार दी मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में, हम जनता की उन सारी आकांक्षाओं की पूर्ति के लक्ष्य को ध्यान में रखते हुए सभी वर्गों की उन्नति, कल्याण और सर्वांगीण विकास के लिए कृत संकल्प हो दिल्ली के विकास की रफ्तार को तेज करने के लिए सरकार जो है समाज के सभी वर्गों को साथ में लेते हुए उनके सुझावों को शामिल करने का प्रयास करेगी। ये बजट विकसित दिल्ली बजट है और इसमें जनता के प्रत्येक वर्ग के सुझाव शामिल हो। इस संकल्प पत्र में जो फोकस के क्षेत्रों में हमने महिलाओं को आर्थिक सहायता, स्वास्थ्य सेवा का विस्तार, सार्वजनिक परिवहन को बढ़ावा, प्रदूषण को कम करना, नौकरियां, शिक्षा की बेहतर व्यवस्था, गरीबों को सस्ती पौष्टिक भोजन, वरिष्ठ नागरिकों का कल्याण, यमुना नदी की सफाई, कल्याणकारी योजनाओं को जारी रखना जैसे महत्वपूर्ण विषय हमारे संकल्प पत्र में शामिल थे। और इसी दिशा में दिल्ली की जनता की प्राथमिकताओं का संज्ञान लेना और उसको लेते हुए बजट की रूपरेखा को तैयार करना इस समय हमारा ध्येय है। और सभी विभागों के अफसरों को निर्देश दे दिए गए हैं कि जनता की, दिल्ली के लोगों की भागीदारी जो है बढ़ाने के लिए सभी हितधारकों के सुझाव इसमें लिए जाए और उनके सुझावों को बजट में शामिल किया जाए। इस निमित्त दिल्ली सरकार की ओर से एक वेबसाइट, ईमेल आईडी विकसित दिल्ली बजट 25@। आज की इस प्रेस वार्ता में विशेष रूप से दिल्ली का जो बजट है, विकसित दिल्ली का बजट 2025-26, जिसे हम 24 मार्च
On Congress leader Dr. M. Veerappa Moili's statement, Karnataka Minister Priyanka Kharge says neither Moili nor any other else said that D.K. Shivakumar is going to be the CM today or tomorrow. Well, they said that one day he would be rewarded for his hard work and High Command will decide it. If I say so in front of the media, will it happen? And our responsibilities are very clear. Siddaramaiah is the CM and D.K. Shivakumar is the Deputy CM. I might want somebody to become CM one day, and if they work hard, they will be rewarded tomorrow. Well, whatever he said, it is his opinion, he said.
He will be rewarded for his hard work. So be it, that the High Command will decide it. If I say it in front of the media, is it going to happen? It won't happen. Our responsibilities are very clear. Mr. Siddaramaiah is the Chief Minister, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is the PCC President and the Deputy Chief Minister. I am the RDPR Minister. We have our responsibilities cut out. What is the problem in that? I might want somebody X, Y, Z to be the same one day. Let it, whoever has worked hard, they will be rewarded today or tomorrow.
Mr. Shivganga as well, he spoke again, time and again. He said,
whatever, it is his opinion. Like how I am giving you my opinion, it is his opinion.
Again and again this issue is coming to the now.
See, Mr. Moili or anybody else did not say Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is going to be the CM today afternoon or tomorrow. They are saying one day he will be rewarded for his hard work.
Well, those were the latest updates in Inside News. Keep watching CVR News English. This is Havila Kottapalli. Stay tuned.